Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Platter, series of videos I would do for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I want to be hopeful for this one, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, why wear super cool shirts? I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, just so happens to be my, boom, my Mia X Alley shirt. See, it's got electric violin over there, bagpipes over there. Mia X Alley. What is Mia X Alley if you're unfamiliar? Well, Mia X Alley is the collaborative effort between the two wonderful musicians of Mia Sano, who plays the electric violin, and Alley the Piper, who plays the bagpipes. I became aware of these folks sometime last year in 2023, really through Mia Sano. She kind of blew up in popularity. She was doing like a lot of like covers, through her violin stuff. And that's how I became familiar with her. And then last year, they decided to go on tour. They were going to, collab together, do their whole thing, go on tour. And I was fortunate enough, I got to see them not only on their very first tour, but the very first tour date of their very first tour happened to be in West Chicago. It was a fantastic experience. And then they announced they were going to be doing another tour this year. And they eventually added on a Chicago show. So I was able to go out and see them perform last night as well, hence wearing the shirt today. This is the shirt from the first one. I was hoping they would have more shirts available for merch, but just had the one this time. They are absolutely fantastic. I cannot say enough great things about them. But if my words don't work for you, I have a ton of videos of their performances that I've gone to see, a bunch of different songs and stuff. Those videos are also on my channel, just in case you want to check them out. And more importantly, check out their actual channels, because both of them are phenomenal. Love them. Anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? My hair's all woofity woof. Why am I kind of here there on it? Because headed to Boom Burger King. This is their new Firey Big Fish sandwich. So, I have never had the best of luck with fish sandwiches in Burger King. I've always been more of a McDonald's fish sandwich person. I like the McFish. Burger King, but this is a new item, and I went to the good Burger King. If you watch my Burger King reviews, you might know what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at it first and foremost. It doesn't look bad. I mean, looks like that. Guess I gotta be better. Yeah, maybe. We'll figure it out. So let's give it a go. Try out the Firey Big Fish sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. That's proper. That's more than just a little decent. It's definitely the best fish sandwich I think I've ever had from Burger King. Which again, to be fair, I haven't had a lot of fish sandwiches from Burger King. I did review their normal fish sandwich. Was it last year or the year before? I did like a Lent special thing where I was just trying out everybody's fish sandwiches. They've never been horrid or anything, but they kind of lack personality and they're just not that great. In this instance, though, I genuinely feel like they've kind of made up for that. The spicy sauce that they're using, it's actually really nice. It's really flavorful. Almost has it's one of those ones where it's more about the flavor than it is about the spice, but you do still get a spiciness. And I mean, it works for like a fast food spiciness, and it's not like I was, they're not calling it like the Carolina Reaper fish sandwich or anything. They're just like, it's the Firey Big Fish. It's got a little something, something to it. Kind of hits you at the back of the throat. I like the heat on it. It's perfectly acceptable for, again, like a fast food kind of spicy thing. It's not going to be particularly crazy, but respectable. And honestly, even like the fish itself, like it, I don't know, maybe they went over there and changed where they were getting it from, or maybe it's just the fact that I went to the good Burger King this time instead of the shit one that's closer to me. I don't know, but like even the fish actually tastes pretty decent. Oh. Why, pickle? Why? I'm going to say this. I don't think it needed the pickle. I wasn't expecting a pickle. Why would you put a pickle on a fish sandwich? Although I suppose, like, if you put tartar sauce, it's got some pickle in it, I believe. And honestly, the pickle isn't too bad. It kind of cuts through the spiciness a little bit, but it still kind of gives it a zing. It's got that kind of vinegary pickle flavor. Yeah, okay. I think I could have done without the pickle, but it's an acceptable pickle situation. But no, honestly, the star of the sandwich is definitely the Firey sauce that they use for it. It really does just elevate the whole thing. Like I said, it's got nice flavor. Almost has like a little bit of a fruitiness at the very beginning. And then, it's nothing ridiculous, but it gives you a decent amount of heat. And it's like, that plus the combination of the fact that the fish sandwich itself, although I wouldn't say it has as much personality as like a McFish sandwich. You know what? Like it's presentable. It does what it needs to do. I don't have any issues with it. So there's a lot to be said there for that. Fundamentally, all right, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm gonna go with yes and yes. I didn't know that I would be saying that when I came into this, but I'm gonna go with yes and yes because I think for me personally, without the sauce, without that heat, it would be an okay fish sandwich. Again, maybe not as personable as the McFish from McDonald's, but not, I can go with it. With the sauce though, the sauce really does just provide, again, just that thing that I've always felt has been somewhat lacking from Burger King's fish sandwiches. It gives it personality. It gives it something to actually work with and say, okay, that's something I want to get because of that. So I personally would get it again because it's like, there's not a lot in the way of spicy fish sandwiches out there, like at least fast food wise. And this one's pretty dang good. And if I'm recommending it, yeah, absolutely I'm going to recommend it. Only thing is, you got to kind of look for it. There really hasn't been much in the way of like them trying to promote it as far as I've seen. And I almost missed it on the menu because like the menu, it's like they're still doing the candied bacon Whopper. And I fully get why that's like the highlight, of course. And I've reviewed it twice, by the way. Go watch those reviews. But like the Firey Big Fish is just kind of down over in the corner a little bit, And it's like, well, wait a second. Firey Big Fish is pretty dang good. I think they ought to be pushing that a little bit harder, personally. But yeah, I definitely think just go out and give it a shot. It's pretty dang good. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly, surprisingly good Burger King fish sandwich-tastic rest of your life. It's not a statement I ever thought I would make, but there you go. Sometimes, even BK's got to get a win in. Again, they just need to market their shit a little bit better. They could start off fish sandwich wars, right? Like fucking Popeyes did with the chicken sandwich wars a few years ago. They could be the ones, but they got to put the effort in. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just sometimes. We don't always have surprisingly delicious fish sandwiches and wonderful electric violin and bagpipe music to go over there and help us through. Just saying. But when we do deal with situations in our life that are stressful and what have you, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Excuse me. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try out the Firey Big Fish sandwich for yourself. And maybe like me, you're going to be really, surprised and actually enjoy it for what it is. And maybe you go over there. Maybe you know somebody in the Burger King organization. Like, look, there was this fat guy, and he was on YouTube, and he was over there, and he had a Mia X Alley shirt thing going on. So you know he knows what he's talking about. But he was talking about like a fish sandwich wars thing and a whole thing. And then maybe they could do that and make it like a promotional thing. Maybe they could go over there and sign on Mia Sano and Allie the Piper to go over there and do some commercial work like they had with the Yoshida brothers and the Wii. I don't know what the Yoshida brothers were paid to do those commercials, but it was not enough because the Wii sucked. It was a terrible fucking system. It was a better toy than a system. And I'm convinced that, and I'm not saying it was entirely their thing, but the commercials that they did with the Yoshida brothers helped that system so much, at least here in America. God, the Wii sucked. People are going to be like, I love the Wii. I'm not saying that you didn't. It's a garbage system. Anyway, bye.